Hey, hello everyone. So today I wanted to shoot a video on my journey into becoming a data engineer and how it helped me to get into Microsoft. So while I was in college in final year, I started doing a few internships. So there I primarily started with front end like any engineer developer, right? And I also got into Python because it was the most easiest, right? Um, so one client requirement came and I had to work with basically pandas day. So I had a bit of sense of data. I got the exposure then, and it was interesting, right? If you especially can train models, which sparks curiosity in you. So yeah, that is where it started, I would say. Later, when I got into ThoughtWorks, then also I started with a bit of full stack role. Uh, then, after a while, when I realized that data is going to be the next hot field, I quickly switched to that and ThoughtWorks also had a specialization in data engineering. So I continued with that role and I tried to get into all these data engineering related projects, which I succeeded in, and that was helpful for my career. What all I had learned while I was with ThoughtWorks, right? And how it helped me to get into Microsoft. Before Microsoft, both in projects and also personally, what I have learned from different courses. Let's get started with it. So the first and the most important thing that I had to get comfortable with uh, is looking at the data. So I remember when I was in college, um, I didn't like looking at data. If you would open a really populated spreadsheet, I would not like looking at it. So that was the first thing I had to get comfortable with, and that was the first thing I had to accept, that while working with data, you have to look at data and you have to be good at understanding the patterns in data, right? So that is the first thing I would say which is important for being a data engineer. The second thing that I would say is SQL. So whatever the new technologies that keep on coming, whatever happens with AI, right, you will still need a sense of SQL. Because even if you see today, many of the business applications will have some natural language kind of query. So you would go there and use normal English to query data, right? But still, it requires you to have that SQL knowledge, because if you don't, you won't be able to tell which all tables to join and how to join them. And you should have a very good understanding of SQL, not only the joins, but how each row evolves when you do a certain kind of join, how they multiply, and also all the windowing functions and those advanced functions of SQL, right? You should have a very good grasp on it. That is the backbone of data engineering, I would say. If you grasp it, it will also help you to understand how data moves. So that's the second. Now moving to the third thing. Third thing is for you to understand how that entire data engineering ecosystem has evolved, right? It started with Hadoop, then it moved to cloud, and in the middle there were some cloud era technologies. So you don't have to know them completely, nobody can, but you have to know from where it started and how it evolved and where we are today. That will help you understand and appreciate also the technologies that we have today, right? Like Spark, Snowflake. So they really help you a lot. You don't have to think about a lot of things while working with this. So that is the third thing. You can see how they evolved and how people used to earlier manipulate data and how easily we're doing it now. That will also help you understand the internal workings of Spark, and if you have experience with Snowflake, it will help you understand with that. You will be able to understand how they are indexing their data, why they are sub-partitioning their data, all those advanced topics. If you have a better understanding of the history and what were the preliminary problems that people faced with old systems, you will be able to easily grasp those. That is the third thing. The fourth thing that I would say is obviously learning a cloud, because you can't process large data in your laptop. It will take you 10 years. So you have to leverage cloud. So you have to learn one cloud at least. I started with AWS. Later, I also learned Snowflake, which is an advanced data processing platform. It also has some AI capabilities now, not some, a lot. And now I am working with Azure. So in all, you will actually learn all of the technologies. You can't ignore any one of them. Someday some company will come up with a really great technology and you will have to go ahead and learn it. So you can't be like, I only know AWS, I only know Azure. You have to learn it. There is no other way, what I felt. So yeah, learn a cloud. Start with learning a single cloud and learn the related technologies to data engineering. And the fifth thing that I had gathered, which is really important, is that I have been through a lot of interviews. So what I learned is that you have to be good at designing large-scale data pipelines within a given time frame. So what you have to do when you get a question from the interviewer, right? You have to, the most fundamental question you have to ask yourself is that, is he or she asking me to design a transactional pipeline or an analytical pipeline? That is the most important question you need to ask. Once you get that answer, then you can apply all the things that you learned, watching through maybe videos on YouTube, different patterns that you might have used in your projects, then it will help you filter those out. So I would say system designing large scale data pipelines will be your fifth and last most important thing. So these are the top five things I would say you need to learn to become a data engineer. I believe you can get a lot of videos on how to get into big tech as a data engineer, but I am not trying to portray that how you will get into big tech as a data engineer. I'm trying to showcase how you can become a data engineer, and if you are really good at it, you can obviously get into big tech, right? So that's about it, and drop a like, and if you have any comments, any questions, please feel free to ask me. Thanks a lot. Peace out. Please stop. Please stop.